Hey guys, I'm back. It's June 2021. I haven't done a video in almost a month. Been busy setting up my summer gig. I explained in previous videos what I do in the summertime for kids, inner city kids, kids in New York, where I live. It's a good program. We all set to go. So I'm gonna have maybe about 4 more weeks of quiet time before the summer 4th of July happens, and then it's full effect for 6 weeks in July and August. Anyway, I haven't done a video, but still the same talking points. It's been a month, and we just had Memorial Weekend. We celebrated my daughter's birthday. Joe Biden, when he came into office, right? And I'm gonna always say this to people: he 100 shots in 100 days or something like that. He did that in 60 days. 4th of July was the target for us going back out without masks, being normal again. We went to a resort upstate, and then we spent part of the weekend on the Jersey Shore, Point Pleasant. Nice place for kids. Jenkinson Beach. Check it out, guys. It's a really good place. Don't pay $22 to go on the beach. I made that mistake of paying the first day we got there, went to the beach, and some high school kid was like, oh, do you have a pass? I'm like, no. And they're like, oh, it's $22 to get on the beach. The beach is like right there. And we paid, didn't know what to do. And then we got to the beach and we're like, you know what? My wife looked at my wife and my kids like, let's get something to eat because we're hungry. Walked off and then came back about maybe an hour later and no one was there. And I'm like, what's going on? We paid to use the beach. And now people are just walking back and forth. Apparently, you only pay up until a certain time, up until 3 p.m. We didn't know this. So I could have like literally just got something to eat and then came back to the beach and saved myself $22. It just goes to show you like how things work in this country, America. We go to the Caribbean all the time, and the beaches there are 1,000 times better. And it's just you just walk off the street onto the beach. But in America, you gotta pay to sit in the sand, I guess, and look at dirty ocean water splashing. And I'm not a beach guy. So we did that, and we were on the boardwalk, Jersey Shore, no mask. We were vaccinated. We actually went to a resort upstate New York, Rockin' Horse Ranch. Great place for kids. A little dated, a little rustic. But my kids had a good time. It was my daughter's birthday, my son's birthday. We did that in tandem just for them to celebrate their birthdays. Not cheap, but it was a lot of fun for them. As an adult, there's not much I can say about it. It's not really for us. It's for the kids. And vaccine passport. I got my first vaccine passport. So me and my wife vaccinated. So we got these green bracelets to say we're vaccinated. And that means we don't have to wear a mask. And there was no social distancing, but I believe that was one of the rules. Like we didn't have to social distance. If you didn't get vaccine, you didn't get this bracelet. But funny enough, we were walking around it was like, I think they said they're fully booked. I forgot the number of people that was there, but we kept seeing the same groups of people, and no one's wearing a mask really. Some people were wearing a mask, some people weren't. We were still masked up even though we have the bracelet, because it's so funny. You're so accustomed to wearing it that it just feels weird to take it off. But I found a thing I did. Like when I went to the bathroom, I put my mask on. When they had like a buffet thing going on there and a barbecue thing, I put my mask on around food and around the beverage station where you go eat coffee and drinks. Put your mask on, people. I mean, I'm looking at it as germs coming from my mouth to the beverage and the food, right? So I still wore my mask in that regard. And it was just, is that thing comes back to empathy, right? I'm healthy, I'm young, right? I could say that all day till the cows come home, but I could get sick and die, right? Other people could get sick and die, and I understand that. Wear my mask, even though I'm vaccinated. I did everything I was supposed to do. So that was a look at the vaccine passport, and it wasn't really enforced. Again, this is a place, a resort ran by basically high school kids. Is the service interface. When you go to the reception, it's like high school kids and maybe a grown up there. You go to the restaurant, it's all high school kids bussing tables. So they're not really going to enforce the mask mandate. But it feels good to be out without a mask. just doing stuff. It just feels good to be doing stuff and watching my kids have a good time. That was the best part of this. And Biden did that before 4th of July. This was supposed to be 4th of July weekend. We got people vaccinated. We got numbers down. And now we could go back out. Next few weeks from now, me and my wife just planned the movie date to see Fast and Furious, I think 9 or 10. We love those movies. We grew up, we dated through college watching those movies. And we figured we all get to sit up for the kids and go back to the movie theaters, right? And the funny thing about it, the last movie me and my wife saw was the last Fast and Furious movie. And I believe that was on a cruise ship, 2019, we saw the last Fast and Furious movie. And to go back out and see the Fast and Furious movie that's coming out this year, post-pandemic, after a year pretty much doing nothing, feels good. Full circle for us. So, vaccine passports, not scary, right? Been vaccinated now 2 months now. I'm fine. My wife is fine. My mom got the vaccine. My dad. My brother didn't get it yet. But everyone I've known, lots of people, got it and they're okay. Still there's these anti-vaccination people. I don't get it. I saw one on Fox News talking about, and it's basically, that's a weird thing about it. At the ranch, I'm sure we hung out with a bunch of Trump people. I mean, people aren't talking politics, but you could tell. You could tell who voted for Donald Trump. At this point, if you have a brain and you have some sort of social, you have some sort of social experience, you could tell by just looking at someone and talking to them who they voted for in the last election, right? I'm sure, there might be outliers or whatever, but you could tell. And however, those Trump people and those Republicans, they even had a shooting range. We were shooting with this cool guy, Raymond, really cool guy, total, like, redneck, Republican guy. And everyone was cool, right? No one wasn't really saying, don't get the vaccine and I'm not wearing a mask. Everyone's respectful and everyone's cool. And that's what was missing the last year. Like, on TV, I watch, whatever I watch, BBC, whatever, right? We listen to our politicians telling us what the other Democrats are doing. And then Republicans are telling, Democrats are telling voters what Republicans are doing, and Republicans telling their voters what Democrats are doing. But if we go back out to movie theaters, the public spaces, the parks, the resorts, the cruise ships, I'm sure the people you're mingling with voted for Donald Trump are diehard Republicans, right? You hang out with them and you realize, they're people just like me. They're nice people, right? They're not all Second Amendment nutheads, right? They just want their kids to be educated and to have a good time and to live lives to the fullest. That's pretty much all these people want. But you go on TV and there are politicians that's telling a whole different thing. Fire and brimstone, right? It's either black or white. There's no in between, right? And I tell you now, America's a gray space. It's not. I always say it's not black and white. There's no sharp line of white and black, good and bad, Democrats and Republicans. There's no sharp line there, right? There's a big middle of grayness, right, where everything blends over and we respect each other and we work together and we're at a resort with people, right? I'm sure some of those people, kids, haven't seen other black kids, right, for a long time, but they played, everyone had a good time. And I think that is something the pandemic has taken away from America, right? We haven't been able to see the other side, to meet new people, to interact with different people that we won't interact with locked in our house, locked in our homes, on Zoom meetings and stuff like that, right? So now, me and my wife, we were talking in the car, yeah, it was a fun weekend, and we were like, it's good to be away from the news and the media and the politics, and we come back and I turn the TV on and I think stuff is happening. Now I don't really care. I know Donald Trump is saying he's going to be president again in August. I don't care. I really don't care. And I think that's when we go back out and we realize it's not fire and brimstone, it's not white and black out there, it's nice. America's a nice place. And I thought about something while I was there. I'm going to do it in the next video.